Hello guys, it is me, Lau, back again, and I thought it's been a while since I've done one of these impromptu, unscripted thoughts on videos of something I've recently seen, or just something that I really enjoy. I saw this actually a couple days ago, but I needed some time to process it before I could fully talk about it, and I was looking for someone to talk to about this. I didn't know, it's quite niche, considering not many people do talk about it, but I kind of realized to myself, hey, I've got a YouTube channel, why don't I just talk about it there? Plus, I never talk about Doctor Who stuff on my channel, and I recently told you guys I was watching the series with my friend James, so I thought, why not, this would be a good opportunity. So, we've been binging through the modern series, so Eccleston, Tennant, Smith, and as well as some of the spin-offs, so Sarah Jane Adventures, which is really, really good, and a little show called Torchwood. First two seasons, mixed bag. Actually, no, second season's really good. First season is a mixed bag. Second season's actually really, really good. But the third season, Children of Earth, is the most devastating, soul-crushing, and brilliant pieces of telly I have ever watched in my entire life. I am being serious. And this is coming from someone who does love his sci-fi, like Back to the Future, Star Wars. I do know my sci-fi. And I think one of the biggest rules of thumb with making sci-fi is you need to ground it. You really need to make the absurd, the uncanny, everything, because it's not right in front of your face. You need to make that believable for an audience. And this does it so well through a couple things. But first off, spoilers, massive, massive spoilers, because literally go away and watch it, because you really need to witness it with the shock factor to get optimum, emotional value from this. Because the emotions this thing will make you feel, oh boy. But I'm going to give you a quick rundown of just the overall concept and the plot. There is, I can't even I can barely bring myself to talk about it. But there is an alien species called the 456 that has communicated to the Earth via its children, and the Earth's children. Do the 456 have spawn? I don't know. But we barely know anything about them, and the mystery behind it is why they're so terrifying. But they, and eventually when they come back down, what do they want? I'm going to give you 3 guesses, and this is a massive, massive spoiler. What do the 456 want? Do they A, want world domination? Or B, do they want a cure for a disease that only humans can cure? Or is it C, they want 10% of its children population for recreational drug use? Let that sink in. This alien species, who we know nothing about, swoops down and's like, hey, can I get high off your children? Seriously, I might get demonetized for just saying that aloud, but that's the plot. That is the flair. And the thing is, if they don't give over their children, then all of humanity is bye-bye. Yep. That's... And it's not... The thing is, it doesn't rely on the edginess of the concept. We see people react to it. And ironically and unironically enough, the most compelling aspect of it is the political side of things. Like seeing the Prime Minister and seeing John Frobisher. I'm not sure what is... I think he's like National Secretary or something in office. And seeing all these characters, world leaders, deal with this situation and just are completely miffed at what to do. And, okay, considering we literally just came out of a worldwide pandemic and lockdown, which is probably the closest we're going to come for a long time to the world ending, seeing how political leaders, people we're supposed to trust in a situation that is nigh on impossible to comprehend and to make a fully, rational, humane decision for it. It's so compelling, and it makes you angry in a way, like seeing the decision they come to and seeing that they'd actually willingly give away their children to save their own asses, and to make it even worse, look for ways to use the aliens and other people as scapegoats and terrorists to cover up their own crimes, because this isn't the first time it's happened. Back in 1965, freaking 12 orphans via the government gave away 12 orphans from Scotland to the 456 as a gift to save humanity. These are people we're supposed to trust. We're supposed to trust these people, and they're giving away children as if it's a free buffet. I know I'm sounding really passionate about it, but it's like, it's purely my way of just exaggerating, but it's just so compelling, and seeing, like, this truly showcases the worst in humanity, and seeing how horrifying and it's perfectly justified by how horrifying the 456 are. Just seeing, like, Torchwood, okay. Torchwood, if you don't know, is basically like a post-Watershed, more mature Doctor Who, with a lot of drugs, yep, as seen in this, and just violence, and a lot of gay sex, bizarrely enough. Yeah, 2009, quite ahead of its time, I know. But, and this is it fully using its concept to tell a story that Doctor Who wouldn't dare tell. Because the Doctor's nowhere to be seen in this. And I think they justify it really well, because it's like you'd think, oh, why doesn't he just come in and just, like, because the Doctor's basically a Deus Ex Machina. If he comes in and just solves a problem, sure, he's not perfect, but he's basically a Deus Ex Machina. Here is, like, how the world would cope without him. And you can see why he doesn't come. Like, seeing the world's leaders try to rationally and humanely, like, make rational thoughts and decisions around sacrificing its own children for the sake of all of humanity is gut-wrenching, and you almost feel dirty being a human watching this thing. This will violate you. This will fully violate you. And it does all this with really compelling character dynamics. The writing is amazing. And on a technical level, like, there's a real, like, sense of scale with this one, I've noticed, especially with the camera work, like the soaring sights over London, the very kind of, like, the fast cuts, and especially in the 5th episode, it's like some of the imagery is haunting. It's haunting, and it uses all of this to its advantage, and there's a real sense of just, and even then, it's just, there's a real sense of repercussion to all this. Like, you save the world, but at what freaking cost? Because, massive spoiler, Jack sacrifices his own grandson to save the fucking world. You can't. And the thing is, I'm going to say something, like, that might sound rather peculiar, knowing, like, how like, emotionally charging this series is. I did not cry once. And you want to know why I think that is? Crying for me, or at least just for me anyway, is a sense of sweet relief. It's when you're in this position where you're watching something, like, for me, my go-to cry, like, I don't want to say film because the film sucks, but my go-to, like, cry soundtrack, because it still tells a story, is Dear Evan Hansen. So Evan is found out that he and Connor weren't actually friends, and he's basically in this position where he realizes that it was all a lie, and then he finds his mother. So his mother talks to him, and then she sings the song So Big, So Small as a way of kind of, like, reassuring that she's not going anywhere and that she will still love him despite his broken parts. That is an example of, because I cry every single time at that song, and that scene, because I went to see it in Bristol a few weekends ago, and a woman actually behind me had to pass me a pack of tissues. They saw me crying so much, and that's something I would cry at, is that sense of sweet relief. This has no release. Okay? You will keep feeling this cacophony of pain. It keeps getting worse in the best possible sense. Like, it leads, every episode ends with just this false sense of belief that, this false sense of security, actually, sorry, that it can't get any worse than this. It's like, it builds off horrible imagery and just this really, like, this really compelling and really, like, sad, devastating conundrum that humanity has found itself in. And seeing how people react to it. And you think it can't get any worse, but no, it just keeps on getting worse. And throughout the entire time, you're just sat there just in constant emotional pain. Because I made a big mistake. I can't believe I sat through all 6 episodes in one go. Seriously, like, 6 hours of just that. Oh no, wait, it's 5 hours. Sorry, it's 5 episodes. But still, you know what I mean. Just sitting through that constantly in just that amount of emotional pain is an experience I don't think I'll ever feel again. Watching it for the first time, anyway. It's unbelievable. And I love it so much for that reason. The best pieces of media, I'm convinced, are those that make you feel emotions you can't understand. Make you feel just this unique blend, and it kind of leaves you in this emotional state that you didn't think was possible. And only, I can safely say, only a few pieces of media has ever made me feel like that. And this is one of them. I am not mincing words when I say this. This is the best story the Doctor Who universe has ever told. And I'm including that with, like, End of Time, anything with David Tennant, well, Ed Blink, like, I'm serious. Genesis of the Daleks, I'm serious. Yes, I have watched some of the old Who stuff. It's amazing. And just generally an amazing piece of television. And this was hyped up so much for me by my friend James, and I genuinely thought I was going to be disappointed. I thought, how bad could this be? And I mean that in, like, a way of, like, how bad can this really be? How much pain can this really put through me? Oh. That's my answer, is oh. Yeah. Go watch Children of Earth. There are major spoilers in this, so you probably won't watch the video until you've gone and seen it for yourself, but oh my god, and there are so many things I haven't even touched on, because you need to watch it for yourself. I cannot do justice how amazing this thing is, and let me know if you want to do, like, more stuff that let me know if you want me to do, like, talk about more stuff like this, or just more stuff that really makes me passionate outside of, like, the Thomas community and stuff. Because this is amazing. And I love it so much. So, thank you guys so much for watching this. This is Lissalao speaking, and I'll see you guys next time. Watch Children of Earth.